Hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Look what I got in the mail today. I got a fragile. I'm so excited. And it is fragile all the way around except for the top. And I'm not going to show you the top because that is private for the sender. But I did want to show you what my friend Pam sent me that is in fragile. I'm going to have to somehow get all these stickers off because I really, really, really want to use them in a journal. So what she sent, and completely unexpected, and what a pleasant surprise, is she sent this little, um, there's a name for these things, clutch, dome with the dome on it. I think it's a Tim Holtz. And this little Tim Holtz jewel is on it. Hi, Chow. And it's got some moss in it already. And then she sent this lovely little charm, which is a, a shaker charm. Super cool. With a little butterfly in it. I wonder if she made this. And it's got a little key charm on it. See, that looks like an old watch. It looks like somebody just recycled an old watch. Super cool. Thank you, Pam. Hi, Elizabeth. So today we're working with violet or purple, whichever, suits you. And let's just kind of go through. We had our rainbow, we had our red day, we had our orange red day, we had our orange day, we had our yellow orange day, we had our yellow day, we had our, I don't know, lime green, what do we want to call it? Yellow green day. Hi, Teresa. We had our green, yep, we had our green day. We had our blue green day. We had our blue day. We had our blue violet day last week. There's only two more to go. So just today, we're going to do purple or violet, and tomorrow we're going to do red violet, and it'll be done. So I'm going to pull out my little piece of watercolor paper, and today I brought out some Halloween stuff, and I love it because I put all that stuff away at the end of the year, and I love it when I pull that stuff out and see my things that I haven't seen in a while. It's like shopping brand new. So today we are using the color violet, and we are using what's called the tetrad. So the tetrad on your color wheel is a square or a rectangle. I'm going to be using the square, so I'm going to be doing red, violet, blue, green, yellow, and red, orange. And in a situation like that, you want to be sparing if you've got a large color combination, and use just a couple of the colors as accents. So let's see how we can make that pan out. Hi, Peggy. And then I took out my entomology bugs because the prompt is do butterflies, bugs, or flowers with the primary color being the violet. So I'm going to, and when I think of a violet sky, I think of Halloween. So that's where I'm going with this. I took out Spencer because he's Spencer. I took out a moon and bats, and then I took out some papers that I have no idea. I took out some wood grain paper, and there's no guarantee that I'm going to use everything that I took out here. I took out this fancy die, but I still don't think I'm going to use it. One of these days I will. But I'm going to start with my background. Hello, sweetheart. My baby girl's in here. Going to start with my background. And, I think I'm going to do sprays with that. But instead of trying to dig, because digging out my Halloween stuff, like I blocked everything else, I can't get around in here. But I do have in this little box some wonderful packing paper. And I can protect my surface with it. And back, I can fold it in half. I love getting this kind of stuff in the mail. And I'm like a cat, you know? I love the gift, but I also love the way that it is wrapped. Hi, Kalinda. So maybe zoom out a little bit here so you can see what I'm doing and try and make this so it's straight. Well, that's the best I can do. And I did take out my sprays, and I've got a moon. So I do want this to be kind of flat. I don't think it's gonna. Maybe I can make it. Oh, okay. I see where the wrinkles are. Just tear those off. I need this to be sort of flat. And there's a little ASMR for y'all. Okay. And it doesn't matter really which side I use on this. So I'm going to go ahead and wet this down first. Dang it, I'm getting myself off camera. Oh, that's because these things are in my way. Get out of my way. And let's go with the lightest first, which is going to be shaded lilac. And then I'll come a little bit darker around it with the Dusty Concord. This is almost a violet red, but we're just going to wing it and keep it the way it is. And then I'm going to come in with a Villainous Potion, which is empty. Okay. I know there's a tiny bit in there. Let's see here. I've got an oxide. Oh, let's just do Wilted Violet. I probably have another Villainous Potion around here somewhere. And we want a little, come back with the shaded lilac. Oh, let's do some Hocus Pocus. I'm going to shake that up really well. Hope it works. And my stuff sits all year, and so okay. Now I want to move everything around a little bit. I'm going to throw a little Distress Oxide on here, and I have the Villainous Potion, so got to shake up those oxide sprays too. This might do some interesting stuff. Just kind of let it drain down. See, it looks like Halloween already. Just going to hold it up until most of it drains off. And then I'll dry it. So we've made the main color here purple. Okay. Move this out of the way. Give that a little. Oh, I like that. That's cool. Okay. Let's dry it. I always do that. Okay, there we go. One of these days, this thing will quit working because I keep pinching it on my microphone. How many people are purple lovers out there? I love purple. It's not my favorite, but I love it. Love, love, love it. I like all colors, so there's that. And this will start to straighten out once it gets heated up. That's if I help it. Well, it's um okay, yeah. Yeah, purple is really, really pretty. But if I'm looking at colors and I'm gonna grab something, I'm typically gonna go for the warmer tones. So I do have Wellness Potion ink, so I'm going to use some of that to go around the edges here. And find a brush that I want to use. I'll use one of these. Use one of my Gina K's. So in thinking about Spencer and his size, um, well, no, I lost my train of thought. Thinking about Spencer and my sky here, my background, which is going to be outdoors because I'm going to make a moon. Um, he's gonna, since a skeleton is white, he'll be a little reflective of the color around him, which is purple. So I hope to add shading so that he's purple, but not so purple that he's purple purple. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to make a blood moon. That's going to be the red orange. And let's see, I had red orange, I had, where is my tetrad? I had yellow and I had blue green. Okay. Or maybe I'll make the moon yellow. Who knows? No, I need something red orange here. And I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. We'll let you know. I like teal too a lot. It's still not my favorite, but I do like it a lot. Okay, so let's get a little bit of texture going in our sky here. And I have here, this is Phantom Mist. And I can see that I ended up getting ink everywhere anyway. And I don't want a bunch of this. Let's grab a fan brush. I didn't get quite enough. Okay, let's get more. I know what happens if I try to manually pour it. I usually make a stinking mess. Yeah, more pours out than I meant. That's okay. I do need my brush to be wet, so there we go. This is a mica, so once the water evaporates out, these should be lighter. Okay. Here. I really should keep my paper towels where I can get to them easily. Let's get that to dry because I'm going to want to follow that with some yellow. Yeah, that's me too, Peggy. I'm a red kind of gal. So that these little mica splatters end up looking like more distant stars. And it's kind of silly too if you think about it and you have a full moon because well, typically you can't see the stars as well when the moon is full. You can on the other side of the sky, but we're showing the same side of the sky. But in the long run, it's artistic license, friends. Yep, I'm a red girl too. Okay, so I need yellow, and I want to decide how I want to get yellow on there. And I think I'm going to use Distress Paint in mustard seed. It's about as yellow as they come. Or do I want to use Unraveled? Maybe I want to use Unraveled. It's kind of a golden yellow, but it's also kind of a green. Let's shake it up and see. See, it's kind of a golden color. No, I think I'll stick with what I initially picked here. And you know what? I'm gonna so totally cheat and use my Posca pen. I love using Posca for this. Okay. I need a little piece of scrap paper to prime it on, or I can just use this. It's a little more opaque than the paint, Distress Paint. Okay, got our yellow down. Okay, now I have to decide which bug. I'm just going to set this aside just right here for now and decide which bug that I want to use because I have to think about it in relation to Spencer. So let's pull Spencer out. Let's pull his biggest part out. He's not really that big. So I could maybe use the mosquito hawk. But see, I want to be able to paint it. Um, I think I'm going to go for this creepy little thing. Let's find him. Is this it? Yeah, I don't like this one. I don't love this one. Yeah, this'll work. It's just gonna have to be a giant bug compared to Spencer. It's fine. And so I need my stamp platform. This is wet. I'm gonna put it somewhere so it can dry and I don't disturb it. And I'm going to need a little scrap of watercolor paper because I am going to watercolor it. As you guys know, I don't have my alcohol markers anymore. I'll set it right in the middle here. Let's just put Spencer back so I don't lose him. I'm going to go with my VersaFine Claire. I'll get it out of here. And for the first stamping, I don't need heavy stamping because I'm going to paint it and then stamp over it again. So I need a blue-green, so I have my little Oily, and I'm going to go with this kind of iridescent looking one right here. I think that'll work out well. Let's grab a little brush. Takes a minute for this stuff to activate. I should have left it in the thing because it's moving around on me. These little cakes are kind of difficult to work with when they're loose like that. I'm not mad or anything. That looks almost too green. I may have to grab another. Let's try this one here. Kind of grab a paper towel here and dab that up some. Grab this one, which is more blue-green, which is where we need to be. Yeah, that's better. Now, to get in with those little legs, this brush is going to be too fat. I need a skinnier one. Come on, fine tip brush. Is this a brush? That's too fat. I know, I'm being mean by calling my brushes fat. You know what? Ooh, I like that. I don't know why it's gold on there. Um, maybe it's supposed to be. I don't know. I thought it was just a water brush like thing. Maybe this one will be small enough. Got to get these little legs. And I do have the dies that go with these bugs. I haven't used these in years. I bought a lot of stuff that I've never used. Or used very little. Okay. So what I want to do is I don't want to get a bunch of heat on here, but I do want to dry this a bit. Before I re-stamp it. That dries pretty quick. Make sure it's down where it's supposed to be. I almost need another magnet. Let's see here. See, when you heat dry it like that, it warps, and so you gotta make sure that it's back in its position. And if it's not, it's not. Whatever. Whatever. It's not, wasn't quite dry because it's picking up instead of laying down. Let's go a little quicker on it. Give it a second to completely dry. The entomology bugs, Chow, you have a lot of? Or these little oily paints? I almost feel like I should try a different ink. Let's try Simon Hurley. I can find my black. There it is. We're going to try Black Widow here and see if it doesn't lay down nicer. Not really, because that that stuff resists. So let me think this over a minute. Let me wipe that off. I could add some clear gesso over top of it. Maybe that's what I'll do. If I can find my clear gesso. That's always the trick. Let's see. No, I can't get to it. I guess I could do collage medium, right? We'll do some collage medium over the top. That'll work. And this stuff dries quick too. Oh, if I can get to any. I'm just afraid the collage medium is going to bury the mica. We shall find out once it dries. Hi, Paula. Watercolor paint or crafting. Yeah, I know. I know what you mean. Okay, I'm not going to hit that with the heat tool again. I'm just going to give it a minute to kind of dry. And then I'm going to try stamping it again and see if I have any better luck with the VersaFine Clair. Because what was happening is this stuff was resisting the ink. This paint was resisting the ink. Yeah, I'm touching it. Well, it's the only way I'm going to know if it's dry or not. And it's not. It was a little thick. I probably could have thinned it out a little, but whatever. Oh, I know. I don't want to use any more heat on it. I'm excited that we're going to finish this tomorrow. And so I will be on Thursdays getting back to card making and still on Fridays with my junk journaling. But I might do junk journaling on Thursdays too. You just never know. That's a little better, but it's still a little goopy. Oh, it's a lot goopy. Now it's lifting everything. You see? I think we're going to leave him alone because we're just bucking him up. Okay. Maybe I'll do a plan B. Yeah, I'm going to do a plan B. I don't love this. And so if I don't, I'm just going to do over. And I think what I'll do is just stamp them and heat emboss them with some clear embossing powder. So let me get that out so it's ready. Sweetie. Okay, and I need my little squishy squishy. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. I need to find my kaolin powder that my friend Chow sent me. Kaolin, I don't know how you say it, but I have refill powder for this somewhere. But it's, I mean, I bought that thing probably 2 years ago and it still isn't empty. Could that be because I forget to use it? Possibly. So this is the other way you can do it. The only reason I don't like doing that in like super fine lines like that is that you lose a lot of opportunity for your color. They did the monster mash. Give this aside for a moment. And e-tool. Hi, Vicky. See, now because I've embossed that, there's no space between the legs to paint the legs, which is fine because they're nice and shiny, which to me, a shiny bug is an even creepier bug. So let's grab the paint again. And I was using this one. This thing was expensive too. It was like 30 something dollars. It was ridiculous. But no, I guess I was willing to pay it, so I couldn't do that now if I wanted to. I mean, you know, it'd be stupid. So at least now we can count on the resist factor of the um, embossing powder. Holly, I'll get that word out. Yes, I will. And what I'll probably end up doing is, you know, because the die cut will cut it pretty close, but not perfectly. Especially, you know, if you can't aim. If I can't aim, I should say. Dab up the excess. And I'm not mad if I make a mess around it. I'm really not. So now we've got a shiny blue-green bug. Let's go ahead and get him cut out and ready to go. I think I'll use my that doesn't need to be with this. I need a new magic mat for this thing. Okay, I had the die set. Here it is. Now I have to figure out what he looks like. Come on. Don't be like that. Doesn't seem like I have that one. Oh, there it is. So how many of my friends are headed out to St. Louis this summer? Down. They did the monster mash. Try and save those up there, but I'll probably lose them. So see, these are designed to cut really, really close. Almost looks like a real bug, huh? All I need to do is maybe go around the little white areas with some black ink. And he will not have any. I don't know if he's going to go on Spencer or where he's going to go, but he's going to go somewhere. So there's that piece. Let's look at Spencer. What I like to do when I'm working with these layered dies, how did Hocus Pocus get in here? Who knows? Is they are all numbered, and so I like to lay them out by the number that they are. So I believe this is 1. Beige 1. Beige 2. This one's gray. Gray 2. White. Cream. I'm not going to do beige though. I'm just sticking with white, and I'm going to do the edges in some grays. So I've just got watercolor paper here because that's how I like to roll. And it's just cheap watercolor paper, friends. Just the cheap stuff. Did I put the die back? I must have. Okay, let's just move that out of the way. Trying to keep tidy here. We'll see how that actually pans out. Okay. So what I want to do is trim these down so that, I have enough paper just with this one sheet. I'll do gray 1 and 2. And let's get you back. It's one thing I like. It's the thing I like and dislike about this machine is it's got a nice long platform, but I also, like when I'm in a hurry, I don't feel like winding it all the way through because I am that lazy. See, I could almost do 3 on there, but I'm not going to. Oops, made a mess. Okay, there's gray 1 and gray 2. Move this for a minute. We'll put those stuck together, and let's see here. So the only parts that really need to be covered are right in here. Let's go in with looking for it. I want a cool gray. Where is my Lost Shadow in Distress ink? It's here somewhere. My inks are a mess right now. Here it is. So I want this a darker, and see, this is almost a purple. Almost. Grab a little sponge here. And there's some other color on here, but I don't care. Well, maybe I do care because it's leaving a color on there that I don't want. Okay, no problem. Let's just go ahead and make a hot mess. Okay, I'm looking at the picture. That piece should almost be black. Okay, let's do that. Let's grab a little black soot here. This black soot isn't exactly black, it's pretty black. Okay. Then this guy is going to be Lost Shadow in the oxide. You know what? I should probably just wipe that up right there. Okay, good plan, T. Ooh, you guys got quiet. Hopefully I'm still alive. Oh, hope I'm still alive. I need a better brush situation for that. This has been a nice bleached skull. So I want to add to that a little bit of the shaded lilac. See how much of that is actually going to show. Not a lot. I have to find a brush that I'm willing to use. I've put my tiny brushes somewhere. There they are. And I'm just going to come in and just lightly get this shaded lilac in here. I don't think any of this really shows, maybe a little bit. Okay, thanks, guys. I wasn't sure. I want that darker. I want that actually black. So, I'm going to make it actually black. Okay. Actually black. Oh, look at my hands already, you guys, and I'm not even done with the project. Yeah, I like it better with it being actually black. It's still not black enough for my taste. I could have cut it out of black paper, but as I said, I have buried my stuff. I can't get to anything except for what I took out of my Halloween stuff. And you'd think that I'd have that black in there, but I don't. And because this is a bigger paper and this is watercolor paper, I'm using regular glue instead of the little trick I showed you. It's very heavy. Oh, I see that I needed to poke those holes out. I haven't done Spencer in years. There's so much you can do to this guy. He's so much fun. Let's do, got a little bit much on his little nose area. Not too worried about it. Okay. There's Spencer so far. Now I've got the, so this is the third and the fourth. Hmm. I'm running out of room. And then Spencer can't just be floating, so I've got to figure out a way to have him being held up. Let's see if I can get 3 on here. No, I can't. Let's get those off. Thank you guys. Make sure they stay with their partner so I know who's who, where they go. Okay. Poke out all the pokies. They did the mash. They did the monster mash. Where is my original piece? Okay, it's right here. Come on. Out you go. It's one thing I love about Sizzix dies is how they label them so you can figure stuff out. Okay, so going in with the Lost Shadow again. And I'm going to go a little bit lighter with it, but not 100% light. And then, of course, I need the shaded lilac. Is this the one I was using? I think so. This is going to be reflecting the light around him. I see we've got little Harrys going on here. Move that one down. That's because I went back and forth, I think. No, I need a new magic mat. It'll happen one of these days. I always say I need new stuff, and then I just don't remember that I need it until I need it again. Okay, okay, let go. This is one of the easiest ones there is. Oh, how cute though. Little bitty fight. Okay. And back with the Lost Shadow. want a bunch. And I definitely don't want a bunch of this, just some. Just whatever's on my brush. You know what he needs is a black top hat, but can't I can't go get it out. It's just they're so little and yeah, precious. Okay, so this one is the last one. This one says cream on it, right? And then this one would be white. Okay. Let's move this over here. Spencer, you stay there. Young man. La, 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 la. Hello. I don't know how that happens to me, but it does. Well, Pam, I'm sorry Pam's not here. She must be napping so that she would see that I got her product and I thank her very, very much. Super sweet and what a wonderful surprise. Love surprises like that. With that for a minute. YMCA. Come on, this is the part I need out. Between the eyes, you're going to give me problems, mister? Did you not cut right there? Oh my goodness. It didn't really. Okay, I'm going to have to take my knife to it because I'm not going to send it through the machine again. The rest of the parts out. Okay. I need to find my smaller one of these. It's kind of big. Ew, 97 and no breeze. Ugh. Hey, yeah, it was about that hot here today too. And humid. Very, very careful. Mainly trying not to get him dirty. There we go. Okay, what did I do with the other piece that I cut out? Okay, it's still on there. All right. So, back in with the Lost Shadow with barely any. I'll just pick up what I can off of my mat here. And a little shaded lilac. And actually, I think we're good on the shaded lilac. Let's just do a little bit. Come on, tweezers. You stupid die cut hairs. 78 in the house. I don't know how it is in here. You know, because it's different in every room depending on how people have their window units set. And if we're cooking in the kitchen, if somebody just took a shower, and of course there's no window units in the bathroom, so. And I have to keep my bathroom closed because my cat decided that it's probably okay to poop in the shower, and it's just not okay with me. I don't like it. I mean, it's more appropriate than other places, but I just don't want to clean it up or, I just don't want to. That reminds me. Give me 1 second. I need to turn this one temperature down. I usually keep the temperature down here in my craft room because I get cold, especially if I come in here in the mornings. Okay, let's zoom in on Spencer here so you can kind of see him better. And then we've got our last layer here. And actually last layer. Hope that it cut out. Yeah, it did. Okay. Their teeth. And keep all that white. Try not to bend it. Okay, let's see if I can remember how this goes. Actually, I do know how it goes because there's a little guide on here. Hi, Nima. Okay, Spencer, let's get you together here, brother. To naggle him a little bit here. Okay, let's see if I can remember which way these doggone teeth go. Let's look at the picture. Okay, this one goes on the bottom. They both go on the bottom? Yeah, okay, I see how it goes. Okay. Yeah, it is a little bit fiddly. You're right about that. But it's the only fiddly part. The rest of it's really super easy. His teeth on. Put mine on so he can put his on. Where'd I put his other tooth? Oh, it's right here. And this one goes upward like so. And that is Spencer. You know how Tim's making all his stuff small? I wish he'd make a bigger Spencer. Because I like this guy. He's so fun. Okay, so there's Spencer. Let's get the parts here. See, he can't just be floating in space. He's got to be on something. And can he have the bug crawling on him? Absolutely. Oh yeah, and I think also it's humid in Delaware. I could be wrong. So I have this piece of black screen, and this is actual, window screen. So I think what I'll do is put him on a windowsill maybe. And am I cutting it perfect? Heck no. Do I care? Not really. All right, let me grab my windows. I got a bunch. No, not that. Okay, let's just, no, don't pour that out on there. Just let's pour it out on something I can easily pick up and move out of the way. I think I have a couple of packs mixed up in here. Oh, look at this. Okay, okay, okay. And it can be sitting on the windowsill. Yeah. So I'm going to start by adding this piece to it. Why not have some fun with it, right? I still have to do red, orange, and I don't know if I'll do that with the moon. Ooh, I probably should not glue this entirely. Well, that's okay. I'm just gluing this to it. I might need to cut another piece of screen. Maybe not. No, I'm good. I have to be a little bit patient. Wait for that to dry, or take that sucker down because you'll never see it. Isn't that great? I love it. I don't buy a lot of ideology. I have in the past. I don't much anymore because I haven't really been building anything three-dimensional. It's okay if it sticks out over the side because I can trim it off. No big deal. I'm going to do a blood moon, I think. Oh, well, there's that little bat. I thought I saw a little bat there. what's cool about why I like this one the best is because it's got the purple on it. So I'm going to add a little bit more, maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just going to leave it alone. Spencer. Okay, and I need to do my moon. Okay. Want a big moon? Yeah, I do. Big fat moon. It's gonna shine like a spoon and we're gonna let it. There I go singing again. Linda Ronstadt sang that song the best. I loved her for that. Okay. Where's the parts? I need more watercolor paper. I could use colored paper for this, but why? I like to color with my, um, inks and oxides. Let's see if I can get these both cut out at the same time. I don't know what I ate. Oh yeah, piece of buffalo chicken pizza. Terrible indigestion from. I have a feeling that's not going to cut all the way through. I have a feeling they're both not going to cut. You know, I'm going to take them over because this isn't wide enough. And it will miscut the sides and then we'll waste more time than me just walking over there and cutting it out on my Vagabond. My trusty Vagabond. That's probably the longest electronic machine I've had other than my Gemini. So this is where we're going to come in with the red orange. My puppy to see I'm working myself into a little teeny space again. Okay. Let me just put these back so that I don't lose them. Ah, what's touching me? All right. And I'm thinking red orange. I'm thinking probably. Let me look at crackling campfire. Definitely. Okay. Grab one of these little brushes here. And the craters are going to need to be dark too. So we'll make them cratery dark with this crackling campfire. Distress oxide. Doesn't everyone what? I forgot what I might have just said a minute ago. I think everyone loves something, but I don't recall what. Hey, time is it? Oops, I went over a bit. Sorry. I hate doing that because my friend Walter, does the Men of Monroe. And I like to try and watch. I don't always, though, because I just don't. As soon as I'm done here, I have to deal with dinner. Because I don't typically want to eat beforehand. I just woke up from a nap at like 4 o'clock. Maybe 3:30. I went, oh, look at that. Look at the time. That's okay. I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning watching. Let's give that a couple of little squirts. Um, a new series, new to me series called Heartland. It's about horses, and I like horses. And it's kind of sort of happy. I mean, it's very wholesome, family oriented ish. PG-13 or something. Yeah, that's me. I end up working in a tiny area. Let me zoom out here a little bit so you can actually see what the heck I'm doing. Okay, where do we want our moon depth here? Window here. I want my window kind of cockeyed. Spencer. Oh, I'm really liking this. Yeah, Heartland is really good. I like it. I like it a lot. In fact, I couldn't stop watching. Oops, I see a piece of tape on here that I don't want. Now, do I want to pop this up? Let's get the moon down. And I do want the whole moon in the picture. Okay. Spencer, you're going to need to be sitting kind of like so. So I'll get him down. I'm just going to put him here like so. Plenty of glue because that's a slippery surface. Okay. Bug. I need to do the around the legs of the bug. I think I'm going to have bug climbing right on there. Like so. Yeah, and I like the way they say words because they're Canadian. Canadians talk funny. I mean, they really are enunciate their words well. Let me just say it like that because it's not really funny. It's actually probably better English than we do. Let's just kind of hold that down a minute. Yeah, I mean, I was hooked as soon as I watched. Maybe I kind of, the very first episode, meh, I was okay. And I said, you know what, I'll give this thing a chance because I watched it a long time ago. Okay, I think in order to get what I want out of this bug, I'm going to grab some Stellar Tropical Tango. Uh, just kind of work around here. I just don't want the white. And so this is what I'm talking about when I say that you're going to do a major color and your other colors are typically going to be accent colors. So this bug is a little accent, and I'm going to put something on him too. So don't worry about that. Just get him stuck down where I want him. And let's grab, want to see what I bought? I bought one of these. I wish that the tip was finer than it is, but it works out. It works out okay. What I have in this little bottle is Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White and some water. Because I was trying to figure out how am I going to get my Dr. P.H. Martin's into this thing. And then I'm just going to pour a little bit into the well, if it will. Come on. Okay. So what's cool about these is they have a little unclogger thing, but it's so tiny I can barely see it. It's a hair thin. Don't do it over your project, dummy. Okay, come on, there we go. You do have to get enough in there though that gravity moves it. Come on. I don't think I have enough yet. Need a regular pin. Okay, so let's do that. Let's get a regular pin. Oh, now it's coming out, you little booger. So let's pour that in. And the reason I did this is because I want, okay, let's see, the light's coming from there. I can never get my stinking pens, my white pens to work properly, so I wanted to try this. And it does work out. Although this one should be about the same size, and then there should be a second one, smaller. And, you know, I'm gonna have to learn how to regulate the water. And then I have to wash it out, obviously. So I don't want to add any more white to this. And okay, let me just, oh, I know, I'll just put it in my brush bucket. Make sure I don't get that on anything. Okay. I want to glue this in the book, and then I will enhance my bug some more. Let's go ahead and put the, I'm going to use my other glue for that. Book, where are you? And we'll let that dry overnight. Well, I did a very crooked job of putting those pages together. I'm going to use my Dina Wakley Media Glue for this. Just trying to be careful I don't touch those eyes because that paint isn't dry yet. Thanks, Peggy. Just thinking of purple made me think of Halloween, so. Okay, let's make sure that that's on there as straight as I can get it, considering the page itself isn't straight. Scoot you in a little. I like this glue because it gives just a little bit of wiggle room if you're careful. If you're not careful, it'll just slip right off and cause you a problem. All right, let's enhance this bug here. And I'm going to do that, of course, with glossy accents, provided I can find it. There it is. We're almost done. Oh, everything wants to clog on me today. Just a cloggy day. I don't think I need it on the legs. I think I just want the body enhanced. And then I'm going to grab my Halloween words, because I do have them. Careful, kitty cat. Must misunderstood gentleman. No. I want to go with something sort of white because I want to tint it a little bit with the lilac. Sleep well? Yeah. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Okay. Come on. Try not to get my fingers in it, because. Alright, where did I put the little brush? No, I don't want that brush. I want the shaded lilac brush. All right, friends. That is the page for number 13 or 14. I forgot. I think 14. No. Yeah, number 13, but number 12 on the prompts list. And tomorrow morning we'll come back and finish this journal with red violet. So I hope to see you then, and thank you so much for coming and spending your time with me. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. And I'm just gonna maybe clean up, maybe eat dinner. I don't know. Play it by ear. So we just to recap, I've got the triad or the tetrad of colors, which means 4 tetrad. Oh, you know what? I don't have yellow. Oh yeah, I do. I have yellow stars. I have a violet. I have my violet sky. I've got my red orange moon, and I've got my blue green little bug, which you'll be able to see him better after the glossy accents dries, but there it is up close. Anyways, have a great evening. Take care, and I wonder where my mouse is. It's buried here somewhere. There it is. Bye. Thanks, Kalinda.